This is Macrophones, and today I am playing Zork Nemesis, the Forbidden Lands.
This is a point-and-click adventure game. Oh, what? There's the cursor. Now, you might notice I have the option to restore. That's because I fiddled with it earlier to learn how you save. This is a video game that I suppose is descended from Zork one way or the other. Although it's normally called Zork Nemesis, the Forbidden Lands, I see it's just Zork Nemesis here. I much prefer that. It's kind of begins getting a case of excessive... What would you be called? They're not subtitles, but excessive title disease. There'd be like 2 colons in one name. That's ridiculous. But let's leave the ridiculous behind now and begin.
No one remembers exactly when it began, but I'll never forget. It began on the day of the great eclipse, on the day of my murder. I've lost my only love, and I've lost my life. Now we all lie under the curse. Sometimes a single act can be so evil it can curse the world, unraveling the future.
That's so deep.
Only the 4 lost elements will bring the world back into balance. Then I will live again. I have but one hope left, and it is you. No one else dares come here.
Whoa! No need to destroy it like that. I guess I shouldn't be making fun of her like that. She is dead after all. People don't think normally when they're in that state. Whoa. Okay. As you might notice, we turn pretty fast. This is the gate we just went through, right? Well, we couldn't have gone through that. It's clearly been locked. Unless we locked it. Well, we're not going to get through there. Not until we find some bolt cutters. As you might see, this is a Myst-style adventure game. Can we look up? No, we can't. And there's that thing from the logo. I suppose it's a stylized emblem of the sun. But betwixt 2 candles. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure that a single act can be so evil it curses the whole world. Well, maybe it can, actually. But it still strikes me as a bit of sloppy writing. And you might notice that clearly this is just another typical kinda power fantasy deal. Because we're the only one who can save the world. Not that this looks like a place where there's anything left to save. It's all dead. I suppose that the other wall of this structure has one of these sun emblems on it. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it's some sort of temple. The columns recall, those ancient Greek-style temples, after all. Really, look at there we go. Look at this building. It would have been so impressive back in its day. It still kind of is, I guess. Whoa! And here we go. A big door. You think it's rotten by now? More of these sun seals. What? Oh! Huh. This is huge. It really gives you a sense of the scale. And... Oh! There. Oh, for a moment I thought there were images of angels. Instead, they're skull-faced demons. Great. When the sun and moon are joined, the entrance to eternity is opened. Thank God that this wooden inscription hasn't completely weathered away. Maybe this stuff didn't actually happen that long ago. It's certainly possible. Well, I don't know. I mean, this place is in ruins, but places can go to ruins pretty quickly. What? Oh! I see. Sometimes they lock the perspective. And oh! The walls of this archway are decorated with images of skulls. Is this some sort of mausoleum? Was there some sort of death cult in this country? Oh, I don't know. Well, in any case, I already forgot what the inscription said. So let's take a look. When the sun and moon are joined, the entrance to eternity is opened. What? Okay. Well, there's this sun. Okay. Now we've got a good look at these doors. There's like mouths. For a door, this is pretty creepy. Okay, here's the knocker. Well, that's classy. The hand icon is a skeleton hand. They really can't lay on the images of death heavy enough. Oh. Wait, what? That solved a puzzle? I was just sort of fiddling around with it. What kind of mechanism was in place that sealed the doors like that? It's pretty impressive if I do say so myself. Now that we're in here, I guess this is where we want to be. What's our connection to this place? Are we simply some traveler who just happened upon it? I really have no idea. Well, let's see if I can save. Yes, I can. This was from when I tried saving in the past. I'm already further than I got then, by the way. There we go. Now there's another feature this game has. Hints. So apparently this is our first hint. I'm pretty sure I've seen this painting somewhere before. The only thing I can think of is that the hint is that she's looking in a mirror. I'm not sure who this is that's holding the mirror, but I'm going to guess it's a cherub. Or a putti, I guess they're called. A cherub is actually a fierce, multi-winged, multi-headed monster. Or angel.
Touch what you cannot solve and return to me. I've got the hints, and I'll give you 3. Suggestion, instruction, and direction. The level of hint is at your discretion. But wait a bit before you flee. You must know how to advance through the 3. Touch me then.
Wait a minute, huh? Oh, I thought it was just a visual hint. Okay. It's not often that a lady like this asks you to touch her. I'll just poke her right here on the shoulder.
If you ask, I will give you a second hint. Remember, touch me to advance. Touch above me to repeat your last hint.
What? Okay, how do I go? Did she already give me a hint? I thought she just said, touch me so I can tell you how hint giving works. And I did. Who are you? What's going on here? Is this just some kind of vision? I've had a few visions in my time. They've never been of stuff like this. They're normally more of hell.
Go forth now and explore the Forbidden Lands.
I want to. How do I get out of here? Oh, there we go. Huh? Here we are. So this place is the Forbidden Lands, huh? I guess that reclining nude knows what she's talking about. I suppose we might have locked the gate behind us. Maybe we're some kind of keeper of the Forbidden Lands.
Have you come to seek the alchemists? Don't waste your time. I've killed them all. You can do no good here.
Alchemists? Are there alchemists here? Well, I suppose not if they're all dead. Well, once again, it seems like we're too late to do anything. We have a sealed door on that side, and I think also a sealed door on this side. Well, one way to go. Wow, this fountain looks pretty good. And it's still running. There appears to be a fang? What? It makes a little noise if you touch it. Are we tapping it with a spoon? Do we have a spoon? Oh, they all make different noises. Wait, what? Huh? Did we just turn off one of the fountains? I guess so. Oh, what is this? I was just playing around again. Maybe we know more than I do. This is a very interesting pattern they've inscribed on the wall. What is this thing? It looks kind of insect-like. Well, I guess we're not going to get much out of that. Well, what about this side? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can turn off both fountains. Oh! And now they're back. I prefer it this way. They're very pretty. And I'm glad to see something here that isn't in complete and utter ruin. Anyway, who is it that killed these alchemists? What's he talking about? Does this surprise us? Do we know what's going on here? Really, look at that! Look at the ceiling! This place must have been a picture of eloquence once upon a time. Well, we have a long way to explore the portico here, so let's just go in here first. Though I admit I'm not sure what a portico is. Oh, hey! It's the lady! And I was right, it is a putty who's holding the mirror. Oh, I don't need any hints right now, thank you. It's a very nice painting, though. Anyway, really, I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. If it is, I think maybe it's a 19th century painting. But if that's the case, how is it here? When is this taking place? I guess it could take place in the present day. I don't know who this guy we're playing as is. I don't know what they look like. Oh, a tree. And a sundial, I think. Whoa! This is some desolate country. Rather beautiful in its way, though. Whoa. Okay. Why would we do that? I'm gonna take it, why not? It's removable, you might as well. By the way, I need to see how I access my inventory. I'm not entirely sure. I'm given to understand that on the Windows version, you would raise the cursor up to the top and it was a click-based interface. But this is the DOS version, which means that, no, it's not that. We're going to have to, I'm going to guess Control I? No. Hold on a moment. No, that doesn't do anything either. Well, I hope I can figure this out. Oh. So we access the inventory by right-clicking. Good to know. I'm glad I figured that out. And this just leads back inside? Yeah, it does. Well, I'm trying to get my bearings here. Oh, this is a room I don't think we've been in. What's this? Is this like a crystal ball? And a knife. If there's somebody here who's boasting about murdering people, it might be handy to have something like this with us. What? Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna say that this has been cursed and we can't touch it. Typical, huh? Well, I guess we'll get out of here then. And they're on top of a box. Wonder if there's anything in there. Yeah, this place couldn't have been abandoned too long, or all these books would have decayed by now. We're probably somewhere in Europe. I can't get a good look at this globe, though. It might mark our location more specifically. So there's Africa. Well, anyway. Like, that's Madagascar. What's that thing? Well, apparently nothing we're interested in. What in the blazes? Oh, is this a map? Well, clearly it is. This is a difficult to read bit of handwriting. But it says, so 6 Mumberbur. From their sarcophagi, they will tell me nothing. Well, they're dead, but it's probably meant in a metaphorical sense of telling nothing. From their sarcophagi, they will tell me nothing. I have all but ripped their throats out, so that is to be expected. How many threats can you use upon the dead? It sickens me to live here, a demon trapped in a temple. But I must finish their work and fuel my hate with the power of the quintessence. The power of the quintessence? That doesn't sound good. Not because the word quintessence is inherently menacing, but just it's the context surrounding it that makes me feel this way. In any case, we got a map now, and there's some more of these strange symbols on it. So I see a room is marked lab, and we're here. Where's the globe? Is that the globe? Well, it couldn't be, because the globe is behind us, right? Well, no, don't get that out. Just get out of here. Yeah, the globe was behind us. So where's the lab? Is that the lab? Maybe. Let's check out the lab. Now, I know there is this impressive, like, Ptolemaic looking, I don't know what to call it, engraving. But first, we'll check this out. Wait a minute. Are we back in the same corridor again? I don't know, but let's check out the door. Nobody's home, and there's no handle to open it with. There, they're all locked. Was this one? No, whoa! Whoa! Hey. Yeah, this is a different corridor because our friend the naked lady isn't here. That's the only friend we've got. The only other thing here we've got is someone gloating about how he murdered everybody. That's probably not good. Well, my plan to explore this, the area beneath the...
Persist. My secrets are my own, and no one else's. What you seek will only blacken your heart.
Hello? Where are you? Look, show yourself. What am I seeking? Knowledge? The door has been bricked shut. Yeah, this place is not just in ruins. There's somebody here still, keeping it in ruins. Because they say that whatever is here, we don't want to see it. So yeah, there's our friend the naked lady, and I know she's right in front of this creepy pillars. What is this place? What are those? Well, they're statues, obviously. Yeah, this is like Myst-style, right? I have no idea what's going on. What do the statues depict exactly? Is that a body beneath them? Or is it another statue? It could go either way. It could be like one of those churches where the saint's body is beneath is like sort of on display. Or like what they did with Lenin. I guess he's a saint of his own religion, right? I guess so. I'm going to make a second save file, just to be safe. I don't know if this is one of those games where you can get screwed over, but why risk it, you know? That's my attitude, at least. And there's that sun image once again. Inside a Celtic cross. It's being held up by these human figures. Whatever that means, whatever that symbolizes, it can't be good. Yeah, I think that is a body. But they must have just died recently. What the hell?
Goes there. Soldier. I am one of my men. There's no one left. Everything destroyed. Bring me earth. That is my strength. I'll reward you. A fortune in Zork Nemesis. Half my kingdom. Anything. But beware. The Nemesis.
Okay, he's not dead. I'll get you out of there, don't worry. I'll figure it out, somehow. Huh? Okay, it's that symbol. I forget which god that symbolizes off the top of my head. I'll remember it as the one with the arrow pointing up to the right. There have been a lot of occult symbols around here. Why couldn't we just try breaking the glass? Alright, what do I need to do to get him out of there? This is good, wait, there's another one! Well, these can't be the alchemists, because that guy killed them. And these guys aren't... There's another one! And I'm gonna guess that that's one, too. There's a gallery of living people sealed in here. Or it's probably like their spirits are sealed in here or something. This one is associated with that symbol. I believe it's probably alchemical, though I don't recognize it.
Who comes? Is it you, Nemesis? No. A friend. Come closer. You are kind, pilgrim. Bring fire, my element. You're in danger. Hurry!
I see. The murdered woman mentioned something about elements. So these are the guys who need the elements, huh? Well, alright. You need fire. And, well, the issue is you look the same as the rest of them, so I'll remember... Well, I say as the rest of them, but I only saw one other guy. And obviously he isn't identical, but he has a similar shape to his face. So I'll just write down this symbol, and with that symbol, I will remember that it's the fire symbol. Really, who did this to you? I mean, you guys are in a state worse than death. Or did you put yourselves to sleep to escape the Nemesis? What is the Nemesis, anyway? Well, let's go for the one in white. Who is symbolized by that thing. Once again, it is probably some kind of, what's that word? Esoteric symbol. But I don't recognize that symbol. Maybe some of you do. It looks rather like a 2 merged with a 1. Though I'm sorry to put, like, my wacky reading on it. You can tell that this, there must be rather ethnically homogenous, the population that was here. Or at least the ruling class. Because these guys all have a very similar shape to their, like to their faces and a similar build and skin color and stuff. I guess it could also mean that they're just, maybe they're related. They could be brothers or something.
Who's there? Melancholy, blood, color, phlegm, 4 humors. A human. He did this to me. Spiritus non corpus. He's mad. Air. I need air. The master work must go on.
These guys are alchemists, all right. They can even detect the 4 humors in a person. I guess there are 4 elements just like there are 4 humors. Really, they put them into these things. I think he might have said the name of who did this to them. Though I'm not going to remember that name. It's some elaborate Latin-sounding thing. A woman! Is this the woman who was murdered? Have all of these people been murdered? But if... Well, clearly they're not murdered. I don't know, man. We're into the occult. There is some dark, messed up stuff going on here. So, I'm not sure normal concepts like death quite apply. Well, ma'am. Water, right?
Is someone there? Kane. Is that you? Who's ever there? Oh, please help me. Trapped here so long. You may be too. Get water. My element.
I wish I could do more for all of you. And by God, I will. I'll get these things. I don't care if you're war criminals. You don't deserve this. You should just be put to death, if that were the case. But that's probably not what's going on here. This strikes me as a place where the good have not been rewarded. On the contrary. Well, I guess we just need to scour this place until we find these elements. I wish I had any clue how to go about doing this. But alas, I got none. What is this, some kind of stage? Well, I guess we can't go any further in this direction. Can we? Maybe? Yes, we can. Oh, another door. This one is sealed. There are a lot of sealed doors around here. This is such an unsafe place. Wait a minute, look! That thing is the same shape as these! Was this some sort of sacrificial altar? No. I bet you that this is where we need to deposit the elements. What the heck is this thing? Well, it's some sort of basin with a star shape. Oh wait, this is a crescent moon and star. That's another symbol we've been seeing around quite a lot. Additionally, there are these triangles, some of which, no, 2 of them are rays and 2 of them aren't. It's probably of some, probably of some religious significance. Well, I hate to leave you here, but I'm gonna get help. Well, actually, I guess we do have some help. The naked lady's down here, right? There's the tree. And there she is. Well, okay, we're not getting any hints yet. So we have a goal now. Oh god, look at the oxidation. And there's the tree. What is this thing? Is that a doorway? The low-resolution graphics, I think, make it significantly creepier than if it were crystal clear. Because, in this case, I can't quite tell what I'm looking at. Wait a minute. We can look at all of the books. Except that one. Well, let's look at them then. We need all the information we can get. So here we have my best excesses by Dimwit Flathead? It's clearly a pseudonym. Wait, an excerpt from it. No, by Lord Dimwit Flathead. That has got to be, I'm sure that is a pen name. Chapter 1 on taxes. As I will summarize in the following 1100 pages, the 98% tax rate is a mere pittance, and nothing worth doing in this empire can be done for any less than a full 100%. My next 2,000 or 3,000 tax bills should further illumine my immensely keen feelings on this subject. Suffice to say that the forward-thinking legislation of the Analecta Luitica, the 22nd, the 7th, wait, what? Or the 16th? He's the 17th, the 16th? Well, anyway, shall stand. Antiletica, Luitica, the 22nd, the 17th, 4th December, 788. Wait a minute, this is taking place in 788? Would they have even been using this numbering system then, though? I don't know enough of the history of the calendar to tell you. Well, in any case, we're way back from the present. Though who knows how long this place has been laying in ruin. So the Lord Dimwit Flathead to the people of Quendor. Anyone withholding payment of all taxes decreed before this date shall be killed along with everyone they have ever met? That's even more draconian than, like, ancient Chinese tax law. Or law in general. Everyone they've ever met? How do you even enforce that? I guess I'm just kind of in shock. Man, this government of Quendor must have just been killing people wantonly. Anyway, I've known my share of detractors. A ruler so excessively wise, so excessively handsome, so excessively flat as myself will always find himself the subject of pernicious slander. There always will be some who lack the vision, some who think we cannot afford plebeian concept to erect a new continent in my own excellent image, some who doubt we require, as if that were the issue, an underground flood-controlled dam where there is no rain. As if the inspired work of a philosopher king was to be governed by the vicissitudes of the weather. I am convinced, however, that the state of my royal selfness that I am erecting in the Fublio Valley will be, your best excesses. Lord Dimwit Flathead, you're a waste of skin. Although I'm sure he's dead now. Okay, is this like a Kama Sutra kind of thing? By C. Barajas. Vast Wasteland Press. So the year they give couldn't possibly be right, because they wouldn't have had a printing press in Europe at that time. And come to think of it, this is clearly printed. Explore this further in lab. There is a thing confusedly formed, born before heaven and earth, silent and void. It stands alone and does not change, goes round and does not weary. It is capable of being the mother of the world. Pure love, the willing and eternal joining of two souls, is the fifth element, the quintessence, or the philosopher's stone. The sun and moon are two magical principles, one active, the other passive, this masculine, that feminine. There is not a compound in all nature, but hath in it these two luminaries, a little sun and a little moon. So, the quintessence doesn't sound bad at all. It's just it's the philosopher's stone. So, if whoever is trying to get the quintessence is trying to get immortality, is that it? Whoa! I mean, I don't blame him. And now this book. Yeah, here we have the best of the New Yorker. Oh, the new Zorker. Oh, so it is connected to Zork. The thing about Zork is that I believe it's traditionally comedic. I'm quite surprised to see that coming through here. Goings on about the Empire. Are the recently evacuated Forbidden Lands really cursed? Or is Regent Sayovar simply becoming paranoid now that the Enchanters Guild composes the first substantial challenge to his political supremacy? The theory of the curse seems legitimated by the dark series of earthquakes, droughts, missing persons, and general ill humor of the inhabitants of the region following the Great Eclipse. Though the Guild denies responsibility for any black magic in the region, the disappearance of General Kane from Irundune suggests political conspiracy. And since we all know the trolls, orcs, and gnomes of the Flathead Mountains are only waiting for the slightest hint of civil strife to stake their own claim to that corner of the Empire, the clock is ticking on the Forbidden Lands. I made a small journey to the desolate region south of Oregon, venturing southwest of the Frigid River to find out for... Yeah, we're not going to look at it. I guess how do we know what part to look at and what part not to, though? Well, anyway, here we have interview with a girl. No, with a grue. With a grue? Hey, grues are ferocious beasts. They'll kill ya. I didn't realize they were intelligent, though. And there's the grue. I see. That's about what I thought they would look like. The air in the room lay deadly still, thick with... what am I saying? It's probably not really that relevant to us to read this interview with the grue. When suddenly the gurgling... And lo, the hulking bully drew a gleaming bone from his jaws and tossed it to the floor with a grunt. It clattered at my feet, and as I looked down, I saw that it's still what? Had fresh meat on it? I don't know, I think a grue would eat more thoroughly than that. What do I know? Astronomy for a New Age. I guess that these books must have been put here by the librarian as like a choice selection, as they, like they put books on displays at libraries. But that was back when there was life in this ruin. Oh, Curl Zagan, PhZ. This is getting very silly. Oh no, so they are on Earth? Yeah, they are on Earth, but they just call the planet Zork? Or are we in an alternate timeline? We must be, because they would not have known about these planets in the year that, in the 900s. So an invitation, we invite all the citizens of the Empire to read this book, to ponder in their hearts the message it contains, and then to ask the implementers in the name of York himself if it is not undeniably, irrefutably, and without doubtably true. Those who pursue this course, the right and proper course of science and progress, rather than clinging to the older tenets of the fearful and folkish Brogmoidism, and that it is not simply the good and that it is not simply the good nature of this one fellow that keeps it and us from falling into the great void. So in this timeline, Earth is called Zork, huh? And we also have Juporian. Oh, wait a minute, the names of the alchemists are written on these. I see. The images we saw of the symbols that appeared over their prisons, or their tombs, were the symbols of these planets. Okay, this might also come up later, so I better take note of that, too. The issue is I forget but I don't know which planets go with what symbols. Now, Sophia is Venus, right? So I'm gonna say that, well, we know who that is, because there's only one woman, so that must be Sophia. I don't know who the others are. I'll have to figure that out later. Wait, more pages? I'm shocked. Anyway, I'm getting sick of these damned eclipses. What are you talking about? You mean see, there's a planetarium here somewhere. Why must it be fully in light? What reason? Eclipses can be predicted regularly, and have been for many years. Well, I guess we'll be on our way. Hold on, do the other books have more pages too? Because I'm dying to know what happened with the Gru. No, I guess not. I guess not. Oh! I believe we just looked at that book. What about this one? Yeah, this is the one we looked at to begin with. What did it say again? Yeah, it just showed the map. And so this person wants to fuel their hate with the power of the Philosopher's Stone. That is very bad. They want to have their hatred last eternally, which is just what we don't want to have happen. Now, what is this thing? Clearly, it's some kind of map of Zork. Huh? Oh. What the heck is going on? Well, we've moved them aside, I suppose. They were clearly on these rails to slide more easily. But now what? What's this? A spots for the 4 elements, I guess. Frankly, I think that this looks very dangerous. Although, this place doesn't exactly exude safety, does it? What the heck? Why can't I save? Well, whatever. Boy, do I not like this. Someone's been here recently. Here we go. Mackerel 3? Mackerel 3, I guess. So far, we have found something. We found those people. And saving life is our top priority. Alright. So here we have a figure of a man surrounded by more of these alchemical symbols, which also correspond to the planets. So that one's Venus. So this one must be Mars. So Mars is fire, right? No, wait, Mars is not fire. But Venus is water. This one is air. And this one is fire. But what are the other symbols then? I mean, we've seen the triangles around too. You know, this almost reminds me of the Vitruvian Man. It's interesting to note that the circles around him are suggestive of orbits. Wait, what? I mean, the orbits of planets? So I guess what I'm saying is, it's as if this man is like, the solar system somehow corresponds to his body? That's peculiar, particularly as his penis is the sun. Well, anyway, what's going on with his head? Oh. We can turn it. But why? Is there a code? Oh. Once again, good job. It's another one of these sundials, huh? I don't like these deep shafts of blackness on all sides. There could be grooves in them, you know? Well, I'll pray to God or to whatever gods we have here that this room is just a small room and it's just dark in the recesses. That turned on lights? Did I interpret that right? Well, that's weird. Well, I'm not quite sure what I did, but let's get out of here. That's our long-term goal. After we save all these people, you know, is getting out of here. I feel like it's that sundial thing is staring into me. What? Huh? They sealed again. I don't know where the technology begins and the magic, or where the technology ends and the magic begins, I guess I should say. Well, at least if there are any grooves back there, they're sealed in now. I suppose we haven't done a full lap of this portico, have we? I don't think so. Is this the way we came in? Yes, I believe it is. I recognize the flooded. We're not gonna get through these doors, I think, but it's worth looking, you know? Yeah, this one is... For a second I thought this one was crushed open, but... No, we're not gonna get in there. We could if we put some effort in, but I suppose we don't have any more reason to suspect anything useful in there than we've seen anywhere else, so I guess we might as well conserve the energy. I think we've now been all around the portico. Yes, because in here is where we have the tree on this side and Venus on this one. Wait, Venus? Is that supposed to be a reclining Venus? Does that suggest some kind of connection to Sophia? I don't know. I'm just desperate for any kind of links between anything here. So for example, we never figured out what this thing is. I guess I eventually will. You know, perhaps it is time that I went and sought these services of the reclining nude.
Turnabout makes fair play.
Of course she's speaking in riddles. I feel like once we find the lab, we'll begin finding, not answers per se, but something closer to them. So let's consider the map we saw earlier of the lab. Or rather, of the area around the lab. The question is, what is the area depicted on that map? It seems to me that since the map also has corresponding symbols for Venus and Mars... Yeah, I don't know where that is. But actually, hold on, you see those 4 things? And they're at the top of stairs? Maybe those are the tombs. Okay, in that case, never mind, I know where that is. Let's see if we can find this lab. The lab where the alchemists were creating the Philosopher's Stone, and maybe, just maybe, we can find this guy who's been taunting us, talking into our head, and I went in the wrong direction. Well, Valley of the Dead kind of deal, I guess. But you know, it's kind of sad to think about all the humor that once existed in things like the guy who was writing about his interview with the Gru. Because when you consider it... Or hold on. Wait, according to that map, the lab... Wait a minute. I thought the X on the map indicated where we were, but why would I assume that? Hold on. According to the map then, the lab... We might have just been in the lab, and there's an X marked on the map. And the X was marking... Okay, I see. The X on the map marked out the reclining nude. And then we have the other things on the map that mark out, for example, the location of this tree. Yeah, and the lab was actually that big room with the globe where we just were, right? I think so. But I want to make sure about this layout. Because, okay, so this map makes sense now. I feel like I've really discovered something. So, if we're facing this way then, the lab should be on our left. Is it? I guess so. I guess we have not actually been in the lab already. Well, we found the lab, and here I was thinking I'd looked around this whole area. It just goes to show I'm never sure how much there is left to find anywhere. Whoa! I'm sorry, for a second I thought I heard somebody running. Frankly, the way it skips around instead of being a full 3D environment makes it kinda creepier to me. Yeah, this is a lab, alright. What did they do here, do you suppose? We got these things.
Last day of the year of the misuse. I've hidden the sources of their powers away from their control. Without them, they are unable to hold back the very elements they use to keep Dominion over.
It's some sort of recording device. First, let's take a look at this scroll, though. You will come to see the one thing in its correspondences. As Juperon is to tin and air, as Murs is to iron and earth, as Saturna is to lead and fire, as Venus is to copper and water. Great, it's a riddle. I noticed, though, that the symbols are inconsistent. Right, actually, no, they're not. Hold on. Okay, no, this is just indicating what all of the symbols indicate. I see. I thought they were inconsistent because I thought that, for example, this one and this one were the same, but obviously they're not. I made a mistake when I was just looking at it kind of hastily. I'll have to keep this in mind. It's a good thing they left this scroll sitting here, although I get the impression that we probably already knew a thing or two about this alchemical business beforehand. In real life, alchemy doesn't work. But here, in video games, it's always very scary. Maybe we're some alternate timeline version of Saturday. Yesterday was his name. In any case, here we have what is definitely an array of recording devices, so they're somehow stored on gyroscopes? In any case, wait, they're gyroscopes and they're emblazoned with lips. A very visceral way of indicating what they do. I'm going to say this one is the starting one, and this one is the ending one, because I'm assuming that the language of the people here reads in the same direction, because it's been translated into English for our convenience, and the book's open in the way that a book would open if the language read from left to right, so let's go left to right.
February 3. I tried to contact Dr. Vexen about the meaning of the alchemy plate symbols. He told me that all symbols have meanings in alchemy, and that everyone is controlled by the orientation of these symbols. He could not, however, tell me more of use. The man is nearly deaf and blind, a condition that I feel describes perfectly my search for answers. I live every day with the reminder of the horror I have inflicted on the others. Well, their crimes were great, and I had to be judge, jury, and executioner. Yet they do not succumb to my torture. Sartorius seems the weakest, but even that bastard will not break his silence.
Okay, so these are recordings of the guy who imprisoned them in those tombs, right?
Last day of the year of the misuse. I've hidden the sources of their powers away from their control. Without them, they are unable to hold back the very elements they use to keep dominion over. I've learned of 4 key steps used in alchemy: sublimation, distillation, calcification, and coagulation. Still, I know there is more to be found. Something is missing, some vital step.
So this is the guy who scrawled that writing into that book then, right? About finding the quintessence and channeling his hatred into it. He seems almost Faustian, a quest for knowledge was perverted into something horrible.
The fortune is nearly gone. I am going in search of answers elsewhere. Rumors speak of riches beyond the hills. I have discovered a vast subterranean land filled with magic and mysteries. However, I haven't found any creature knowledgeable in the black arts. A wizard may be somewhere underground, but I have yet to find him. Other treasure hunters have discovered the runes, and I've had to kill them to protect my belongings.
Okay. I think at this point we can say for sure that whoever else is in here with us, and isn't those imprisoned guys, is not a good guy. Far from it. He tortures people, even if he claims that it haunts him. The fact that he would do these evil deeds anyway. Huh? Why does it change? I don't seem to be capable of manipulating it. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe if I add some other items? I mean, there's a scale right here. Oh! Hey, wait a minute, these are the symbols of the alchemists. They've all been broken. I suppose we know to whom we can attribute that. Is there also a spell on these? I guess so, just like the dagger. Well, not much we can do about that for now. Near those cans. Wait a minute. Am I actually hearing his violin? Yeah, I am. What's going on here? Well, more magic, I guess. And what's this? Well, clearly it's a dragon burning someone. Very comforting. Of course, they had these images on the walls in here before they were all tortured and imprisoned and everybody died. But why did everybody die? It can't all be the doing of this rogue who has betrayed them and tortured them because they didn't tell him the information he needed. Or I think that's what happened. I can only imagine. In any case, I guess it's possible that after that he put up these images of people being attacked by serpents. Although to what end? Well, it's beyond me. I guess I could say the same thing about just about anything that's going on here. A book. What's in it? Yeah, I think this is his handwriting, the torturer's. Some small progress. I can now link each of my rotting alchemists with their respective signs. Malraux has mastered the element of fire and has made a lucrative career. I'm sorry, I have a little kind of hard time reading this handwriting. Anyway, he has made a lucrative career of fire worship along the way. Sartorius, my mad doctor, is air, precisely because it is largely this element that fills his pompous brain. Cain must have chosen earth because his head is filled with sod, and his soul is composed with earthly things, his soul is consumed with earthly things. And Sophia, mistress of the Phrygia River Conservatory, is water, as befits the cold hag. I have secreted their alchemical elements away in the temple, employing as security a complicated series of machinations, the solutions to which I alone know. That's odd. He's using machinations to mean machines. I've never heard it used that way. They will never be able to reclaim their powers or their secret science. They will never be able to surpass the nefarious obstacle of the star field. They will rot, unavenged, in hell. Still, I find myself spending endless hours in the lab, with the shades drawn. My work with air has been frustrating thus far. I accept the irrefutable precept. I accept the irrefutable precept that air has no color. I will keep working alone in the dark until I find the best method of purification. But make no doubt, I will possess the 4 elements, and then the 4 metals. I will find the quintessence and forge the eclipse. There is no hatred stronger, no power greater than that which will be mine. He truly does hate them. So we're dealing with a hate-consumed crazy person who also is good with magic. Also, there looks to be some kind of hidden compartment here. Wait, hold on. Don't you see that? Surely you can try poking that out or something. I mean, look at the seal. I guess not. Okay, so I think what we can say for sure... Well, hold on, air? Can we get the bellows? That's one way of getting the element of air, right? Or not? What if we take a step back? Now can we look at the bellows? No. Well, let's get out of here. So the element of air might be down here somewhere. You know, it's funny, I found this bricked off door, but not the door to the lab. And to be sure there's... Oh, yeah, we can keep going further this way. It'll just take us around though, right? Yeah, back to the library. In any case, if we're going to make any progress here, I think we need to go upstairs. So the problem right now is that some purple stars are blinking. How do we make the purple stars stop blinking? I'm not sure. Wow, is this room enormous. There's quite an echo in here.